Okay, here's the Arizona Advanced Competition details. We have a 4-minute time limit on this course, 10 obstacles, and 16 points. Of course, it's going to start right here. We have a 1-point obstacle to start off with. We're going from this pad using this wheel to go up to this fidget spinner. The clear is grabbing onto it and showing control. You can hang on to this however you want. You can go to one of them, you can go to 2 of them. You can't use the bracket it's attached to, obviously, but grabbing onto the hold itself. So we're going from, again, the wheel up to the fidget spinner, grabbing on, showing control, I'll say clear, and then you can drop down. That is your first point. After that, we're over here, we have a trapeze bar to a trapeze bar that's on magnets, to a UFO, to a bar, and then down to a pad. We're going to talk about the pad in a second. It's a 2-point obstacle. Your first point comes from touching the UFO. And your second point comes from landing on that pad. Just realized I forgot to demonstrate, so we're going to start doing that now. I'll demo this one. We're going to put a bigger crash pad underneath the UFO, just in case you fall off my weird on that. That's the thing. We're going to start here. Going up for swing. Getting to this bar. Grabbing onto the UFO. Building up your swing. The bar. Down to this pad. So all you got to do is get past that line onto this pad to get the point for that. So that's your second obstacle. Again, 2-pointer. Then we have Captain Jack Sparrow. We did this last week with 1-point obstacle. This rope is going to be on this bar, so when you get over here, you'll be able to take this off. We're going to go from this pad all the way around to that red pad. Tip on this one, push towards the windows if you can. You don't have to do that, but that's what's been working out for me. So grabbing here, pushing towards the windows, kind of all the way onto the pad. And that's clear. Then we have a balance pipe. We're going dipping underneath one of the stanchions. You're not allowed to touch the stanchions. This is a 2-point obstacle, and you're also not allowed to use the wooden parts. So we on the balance pipe going across. This is a 2-point obstacle. Your first point comes from touching past the first part, like the blue on this. So there's a blue part, and then there's an unpainted part. All you got to do is get past the the painted part. So we'll start here. Going across, squatting down, that's the point. Going underneath, all the way to those pads. Cool. After that, we're doing a balance this leapfrog. So you can slide these out. Before I get started with that though, 1-point obstacle, we're going from this pad to that black pad using just the balance discs. You can do these however you want to, but what I suggest is stepping on to one of them, moving it, stepping on one of them again, and moving it until you get to the point to where you can jump. We're just going all the way to that pad. This is kind of a weird landing pad because we're going that way. So as long as you touch this pad with both feet before you land on the ground, I'm going to call you clear on that one. There's multiple things happening over here, so just touch this pad with both feet before you move on. I'll call clear. Then we have the tilting slack line. 2-pointer obstacle. 2-point obstacle. There's a piece of tape here. All you got to do is touch that piece of tape to get the first point. And your second point comes from getting to that last pad. So right here, going across. When you get to the middle, it's going to tip. Force it a little bit, all the way to the pad. I'm going to call this is the same clear as the pad over there, as long as you touch this with both feet before you step off of it. Then you're good. Although if you land on it and clear it, like completely past it, I'm also going to call that good. So it's either 2 feet or on and past. Then we have 2 different holds here. There's cannonballs and nunchucks. This is a 1-point obstacle. We're going to use as many of these or as few of these as you want to get to the pad or the post and then to that pad. So again, you can use all of these if you want to, or you can skip things to get to the post. I was going to skip and then to this pad. Get on that. Sweet. And then we can block stacker again, but it's different than what the intermediates did. So we have this wobble board in the middle. You're going to take one block. It's a 2-point obstacle. You're going to take one block. You're going to move it across to this pad, place it, and then back. So there's kind of 2 rules there, one block at a time, and then you're also not allowed to go onto that blue mat until all of these are stacked on the other side just how they were. So I'll do another one. Going across, to the end, place it, and I'm coming back. One more block, going across, place it, trying not to fall off, and then I can step. Just like that. If those are like that, and you step onto this pad and they fall, that is okay. All you have to do is get them stacked like that initially, and as soon as they're like that, then you can step onto the pad if they fall. That's fine. That's fairly easy to fall over. After that, over here, we're doing some campus sport stuff. Campusing meaning not using your legs. So we got a couple options here. And I forgot to preface this at the beginning, but some of this stuff might change a little bit depending on the age group. In fact, it will change depending on the age group, but this is just the general path. Some of the competitors will be using this campus board. Some of them will be using this campus board. This is a 2-point obstacle. First point is there, and first point is there. We're going to start, if you're starting on this one, we're going to start on this one without your legs touching the ground. So obviously this is going to be for the shorter people because I'm like basically scraping the ground. But starting here, or if we're in like the older groups, we are starting on this one, just hanging. And then we're either going from here and touching this. You can use as many or as few of these as you want to. All you got to do is touch that top one and you're good. Same thing with this one. So you can use as many or as few of these, touch the top one, and you're good. Cool. Then we have this whole alley. We have some bars to a nunchuck up to a I-beam down to a pad. This is one of the obstacles that will change slightly depending on the age group, but for the 6 to 9 advanced, this is how it's going to be set up. We're starting here. This is a 2-point obstacle. That nunchuck in the middle is your first point, and your second point comes from getting all the way to the landing pads at the end. So I'll demo this. You can cut whatever you want to. All these to the nunchuck, up to the I-beam, going across the I-beam, doing whatever you want on that, to this landing pad. All you gotta do is get past the line. And that's the course. 10 obstacles, 16 points. 4-minute time limit. Good luck.